Once upon a time, two retired teachers decided to convert their garage into a pottery studio. Along with their daughter and son, they built a business around the idea that the world could use a little more art and a lot more artists. We're the Kaya family. Welcome to Walkie Pots. Hi everybody, how you doing? How you been? How are things? Shane and Diana here at Walkie Pot Studio for coffee time number 93. Holy cow, what an eventful week it has been. Diana, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, today we're doing a special recap of the Holly Market. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, folks, so that we can talk about some of our best sellers and some of the things that were not the greatest.
And all of this is to inform our planning for next year, not just the next market season, but the next Holly Market a year from now.
Right. And I remember after last year's Holly Market, it was our first one we had been to. We didn't do that. And so we really, we knew like how many pieces we'd sold, but we didn't really look at different categories of pieces.
We didn't analyze it.
No, we didn't. And so after this year, we've kind of learned a little more. We've grown a little more, and so we've been a little bit more meticulous in looking at how did we do.
Right.
So
we have actual numbers and actual data now, and because we've had two whole market seasons now, we have a basis for charting growth and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so that's pretty good. But we'll get started by talking about the actual day. So we arrived at the island just about dawn.
Right.
The sun had just barely come up, and as we crossed the bridge, there was that one cute little house with the abominable
Right, they had
snowman.
all decorated up for
so it
Christmas.
seemed so appropriate. And it was a cold day.
It was 27 degrees Fahrenheit when we left the house this morning here in Pocomoke. It was substantially warmer, but still barely above freezing at Chincoteague when we arrived.
Right. And so, but we dressed in layers, and we had our wool socks that I had knitted.
I'm so glad we were able to find two pairs of wool socks, because last year we only had one pair, and I think you got them last year.
I did, and your feet froze.
But this year, no problems this year.
Yeah, no. So this year you had a pair, I had a pair, and we were good to go. But yeah, and when we first got there, I wasn't in as many layers. You would have thought I would have been more heavily bundled at the beginning. But I had less on at the beginning because I knew I was going to be moving around.
That's right. That hustle at the beginning, hauling the tent and the chairs and the crates of pottery. So many crates of pottery.
And I didn't want to get sweaty, because then I was like, oh my gosh, then I'll really freeze. So after we finished that and things, and we were able to slow our speed down because it wasn't time for the market to start yet. That's when I added another layer. And then I think by the time the day was done, I think I was in 3 layers.
It was a cold day all day long, but we were busy enough that we didn't really get that cold.
And folks started arriving before the market opened.
Listen, you guys, we have a market notebook where we write down everything we sell. And normally an average day for us is like one full page of the notebook. We had a page full before the market even opened at 9. We literally were just a couple spaces from the bottom before 9 o'clock.
We were absolutely shocked by the number of people who came to the market that day. They were in their layers and they were ready to Christmas shop. And I mean, there was one point I tried to look down the aisle. I couldn't see to the other end because of the sea of people.
Right, it was packed.
It was packed. So it was the makings for a very good market. And it really was an excellent market. We sold 149
pieces. Now, I don't know if you're following along at home, but 50 pieces for an entire week is a normal week for us. So we would sell maybe 50 to 60 pieces in the course of 2 days, a Wednesday and a Saturday combined. We would sell maybe 50 to possibly 60 pieces. We sold 149 in 4 hours at the market.
Right.
They were on our table like seagulls on French fries all day long. They really, really were. And we are very thankful, very grateful
Oh my gosh, yes.
for that opportunity. 149 pieces in 4 hours is phenomenal.
And I will say we were sold out of snowmen by 11. So the market lasts for 4 hours, and halfway through we were out of snowmen. Let me see what else. We ran out of cats. We ran out of chickens.
We wrote down every single thing we sold,
Yes.
obviously, of course, but we like for the first time ever really paid attention to what was selling. And this year, unlike last year, this year we had specific items that we designated as Christmas items. The Christmas ornaments, the Christmas figurines, like the trees and the snowmen.
And the angels.
And the angels. And what we found was that of those 149 pieces that sold at the Holly Market, 44% were Christmas items. And you should know that we did not have 49% of our items as Christmas items.
It was actually, I think you said 44
It was
while ago,
46,
but it was
46. We've actually narrowed down the numbers, but
Yeah.
that implies that half of our stuff was on the table was Christmas stuff. It was not.
No,
It was a
no.
very small proportion of.
It really was. We had carried just about 400 pieces
Right.
with us to the market. And
Wait, we'll stop for just a second. We had 400 pieces set up on our tables. We normally set up with about 150 pieces.
Right,
That normally
right.
is our normal full setup, 150 pieces. We went with 400 pieces. And we found a table setup that allows those 400 pieces to be displayed without having to spill over into the ground in front or to have to stack things up too much.
Right.
It really was awesome. We have a slightly new market setup. We're still taking 3 tables as we always do, but now instead of one of those tables being a very small table, we're taking 3 full-sized, 6-foot-long tables to the market.
And only a portion of that third table gets used for pottery. The rest of that is for packaging and taking the money.
Right, so it's got our money box and our wrapping.
So
and
that
stuff.
worked really well. But I will say, mugs.
Mm-hmm.
Mugs were definitely, we were really prepared with mugs
We
this
took
year.
about 50.
Because
is what we took.
Because that's what we remembered from the Holly Market last year, that mugs seemed to sell really well. And yes, again, mugs were a very good seller. We did sell 20 mugs. We sold 35 ornaments. 35 ornaments. Now, guys, we took 115 ornaments with us.
So where are all those other ornaments that we didn't sell? Gee, I wonder where they are, Diana. Where are those other ornaments that didn't sell?
We had a little snafu happen here this year. We lost our Christmas box.
Yeah, it's here somewhere. We just don't know where. We
don't
know it's here.
I don't know where. I just don't know where. It's always been kept in our watershed, and it's not there. So we had no Christmas ornaments.
I'm checking my lights because I don't
okay.
see the lights for the mics anymore up there. So I hope we're recording.
Well, I see my little green
Yeah,
light.
it's not blinking or anything. So I think.
Yeah, we're good.
Sorry,
Hopefully.
guys. We're still trying to figure out these new mics.
Yes. But I couldn't find them, so we wanted to get our Christmas tree up, and I looked at him and I said,
I know where we can get ornaments.
so we came out to the boxes and we got all of the remaining ornaments. We carried them into the house, and Christopher, you and I, we put all of those ornaments on our Christmas
It's really
tree.
kind of funny that, like, why would that be surprising? But this is the first time we've ever decorated our tree with our ornaments.
Yes, yes. Oh
And
my God.
that was kind of awesome, really.
Yes. So,
And don't worry, we will show pictures
Yeah.
of our tree with our ornaments on it.
and of course, we do have some of the things that didn't sell at the market here on the table
We
in front of us.
wanted to show you on the table today all the things that did sell, but it turns out you can't show the things
You can't.
that sold because we don't have them anymore. However, we can show you
Yes.
pictures of the things that sold that we have
Yes.
photos of. But we wanted to talk about specifically some of the things that we noticed did not sell.
And this is on the table not because
This is on the table for a special reason.
Yes.
This one particular piece of Starry Shore, that's the combo. This one particular piece didn't sell. It's like the only piece of Starry Shore left.
It's the only piece of Starry Shore
We went
left.
with like 20 pieces of Starry Shore stuff, and this is the only piece that's left.
One.
We sold everything from tiny little whiskey cups to that great big giant 10-pound bowl sold with the Starry Shore combo.
By far seemed to be the most popular glaze of the day.
Not just of the day, I would say of the season, because
I think so too.
Since we started using Starry Shore, that has been a consistent top performer as far as our glazes go.
Now I will say our tide pool combination during the market season, I couldn't seem to keep that on the table.
During the heat of summer, when it was actually beach weather summer out there.
But at the Holly Market, not a single piece of the tide pool went.
And that's pretty significant because it was among our favorites just a couple months ago. And it's still fantastic. It's still awesome. It's the exact same combo. But for whatever reason, people weren't feeling beachy at the Holly Market.
But they really were, it's just amazing. And I have to say, the one thing that we noticed hands down, that the glaze combo that did not sell at the market was anything that had pink.
And that's funny to us because so many people commented on the color. So many people said, "Oh, that's so pretty."
Oh my gosh!
They did.
They picked up the
that bowl
pieces.
was picked up 20 times during the day.
I know it was. I know, and they kept commenting on how gorgeous it was. And if it had been summer,
it would have been gone.
They would have been gone. But at the Holly Market, pink was not the color.
People wanted wintry evergreen trees and snowflakes, and they wanted seasonal things. So to inform kind of what we do next year, we're going to have more wintry, Christmassy looking
we
stuff.
We did learn from that. However, I will say people were picking up gifts. They really were. I loved the fact that you could hear them say, "Oh, do you think she would like this? I think this one. And okay, that's for so-and-so, and then I want this for that. Could you all make me a stack?"
Yeah, that was funny. We have these two big director chairs that we sit in when we can. We didn't sit in them, but we did use them for stacking people's wares as they would do the rest of their shopping because they'd run out of arms. People have realized quickly that you can't look at something and then leave it there if you think you might want it later. You gotta grab it because the pieces move so fast at the table that if you look at something but you're gonna wait until you walk the length of the booth and then come back to get it, when you get back it's not gonna be there. So we had lots of people hand us things over the top and just say, "Start me a stack." So that's what we did.
Yeah. And I will say, I'm looking at my list because I want to make sure, because it's useful information, I think, to know how someone else has done at their market and what they learned from it, because it might be something that you can take to your own markets. So, but one of the things I remember too is just the fact that it was just so much fun to see people flocking to our table. I mean, when he said the seagull with the French fries,
it really was.
It really was.
It really
and
was.
several of the other vendors were like, later at the end of the day, they were like, "We couldn't see you all
because we were in a mob
surrounded."
of people.
And to think that people wanted our pottery, it just was wonderful.
And they traveled to come get it, and I think
Yes.
that's awesome.
Yes.
So if you're one of those people that traveled to our little booth at the Holly Market just to get some pottery from us, thank you so much. You really made our day.
Yes, and we heard that throughout the day, that, we follow you all, we watch you all, and we were going to make sure we got here to get our pottery. And it just was wonderful. So,
It really was.
But we've talked about our best sellers, and we've talked about how many pieces we sold. Couple of the things we learned for next year, as we said, we want to double like the snowmen, because
we need way more of those. They sold early.
They sold early, and if something sells early, you're like, "Oh, I really needed more of that." We don't need as many ornaments.
Right. But they're so quick and easy to make that it's almost you almost
Right,
have
and
to
it's
take
okay
a
to
lot.
have that. So and also we sell ornaments
Year
year
round.
round, not necessarily Christmas themed ornaments.
Right, but the seahorses and the
Yes.
jellyfish, those kind of
Yeah.
things. So the lots of ornaments sold, and lots of things that I kind of expected to sell, we didn't sell. Right? I mean, there were things kind of moving into my section of the table here. I kind of expected this, my mini stein. It's either a huge coffee cup, right, or a mini stein. I really expected that to sell because it's fantastic. It's a really great mug. It didn't sell. It's just not, I don't know whether it wasn't giftable enough or what. But as great as it is, that's a thing that didn't sell. And not many things of this color sold.
Right. So I'm beginning to think that that's just not a popular color
I'm thinking for
combination.
Holly Market, things need to be very vibrant, very wintry, very
Yes.
festive. Because another thing that hasn't sold yet, mind-boggling as it is to me, is my tea set. I think it is a fantastic little tea set, and I guess people just don't want to pay $700 for it. But
Oh,
maybe
it is not that. No.
so
it's-
I actually have, I'll tell you the price that I have in this. I have $99 for the teapot and the 2 cups with the thumbprints, and maybe that's just a little more than people want to put into this. It really is not as expensive as it seems when you consider that it's basically a $25 bowl with maybe an extra $10 or so for the spout, another $10 for the handles here, and these are would normally go for $24 each if they were sold individually. It's not expensive, but when you put it all together and sell it as a set, then maybe it's a little pricey.
Yeah. And the thing for me that really was a shocker for me, I only had 2 no mugs, and we brought 2 no mugs home.
That's weird. Normally they are a
Yes.
fast seller for us.
Yes, and they weren't. And you would have thought, okay, they seem seasonal too, so
I'll bet if we had made them more Santa Claus looking,
Maybe,
that they might have.
maybe.
Next year, maybe we'll make a couple gnome mugs, but this will be like a deep
Yeah.
red or something like
but
that.
through the rest of the market season, and especially early in the market season last year, we seemed to go through them, which I don't know, maybe people are getting tired of gnomes, But our little
I
figurine
was going to say the
gnomes,
little gnomes sold.
they sold. So, you never know, but it is kind of neat to see though.
We
Very
are
interesting.
very much looking forward to next Holly Market. We have
Yeah.
so many ideas and so many things to try. But I'm going to tell you something, and I don't know. I'm going to whisper it because I don't know everybody hear it. This year's Holly Market was 10% of our entire take for the season. Like seriously, the whole market season, we did 10% of that in 4 hours at the Holly Market. That's amazing to me.
It really, it's mind-boggling.
How many times did
truthfully.
we set up, Shane? We set up 35 times.
We were supposed to 42, but
We didn't set up at all 42 markets. Next year's goal is to set up at all 42 markets with 0 markets where we didn't set up. But this year we set up at 35 of the markets. And of all of those 35 markets, we did 10% of the sales for all of them this past Saturday in one day.
amazing.
In 1/35 of the time, we did 1/10 of our sales. And that's pretty astounding.
Yes. And I will say that, Thanksgiving had just happened before the Holly Market, and we'd already been talking about what we were thankful for. And so I want to take just a little bit of time to say just how thankful we are.
We are gobsmacked. I
We
believe
really
that's the right
are.
word.
I mean, we have had a great year with our pottery and selling our pottery.
And making, it's been so much fun. We've had such an enjoyable time
Yes.
creating the pieces.
We have, and we've learned a lot. There's been a lot of growth. I remember we were like, oh, we'll never be able to make 2,000 pieces in a year.
But we are able to.
Yeah, and we, by the time you factor in what we sold at the markets and the couple of places that we wholesaled to, we hit 2,000.
Right. 2,000 pieces.
2 years ago, that was a dream.
Right. That was an
Like we were
unachievable
like,
task
oh
2
no,
years
that's
ago.
just not, oh, wouldn't it be nice? We'll say that that's the goal, and we know that we're not going to reach it, but we did reach it.
And the only critique or criticism that I have about this past season, we worked way too hard for a lot of the time because we took last winter almost completely off from the studio.
So another lesson that we learned, we are working solidly through the winter, and we're going to produce the largest amount of the pottery during those winter months, and then slack off a little bit and make less pottery through the market season, so that we can actually enjoy the different seasons and not be so exhausted.
Yep.
And I will say one more thing before I continue talking about what I'm thankful for. This video is super late. I mean, it is super late, guys. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
And usually we do it on Monday.
Go ahead, ask her what she did yesterday all day. Go ahead, ask her. Ask her. Diana, what did you do all day yesterday from the first thing in the morning till literally 12:30 last night? What did you do?
We binge watched Stranger Things
Season
yesterday.
1. Now, I have already seen this.
I had never seen it.
I had already seen all of the episodes before the current season 5, but I'd forgotten so much.
We were still recuperating. When we came home from the market that day, I think we went to bed at 6:30. We slept for 11 hours.
We were tired.
And then when we got up on Sunday, we ate leftovers only, and we stayed in the recliners all day and said, oh, we'll be recuperated by tomorrow. Monday came.
We were still tired, y'all.
And we were like, okay, we wanted to get out to the studio and get started and do our coffee time. And I was like, yeah, in 10 more minutes, just 10 more minutes. Well, the whole day went by and it didn't happen.
We did do stuff. Like
Yes.
we cleaned out the garage and got
the
2
Christmas
whole
tree
truckloads
decorated.
of cardboard taken away.
Yeah, decorated the Christmas tree and all that. And then, of course, yesterday came and it was the same kind of thing. And I was like, whew, But in all honesty, it really did take us 3 days to, I guess, decompress.
Decompress, yep.
From the market.
And we watched the whole season
Yes.
yesterday. I took Christopher, he had a doctor's appointment, took Christopher to the doctor's appointment, and then we watched the whole season in what amounts to one sitting, binge watching.
I don't think we've ever.
Now we're going to
before.
make up for it, though, because we're going to be super productive today. In fact,
Yes.
Doug's going to be here in just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the clock.
Yes.
And then we're going to be doing stuff he wants to make some gifts. We're going to be doing some hand building with him. And then we have a student coming in this afternoon. We're going to do that.
And we're ready now.
We're ready.
ready.
We're
We
geared
are.
up and ready to go.
But before he arrives, I want to keep talking about what we're thankful for. And I will say, yes, I am very thankful for Doug for coming.
Oh,
and,
man, he's helped so much.
And helping out and just, spending time in the studio with us. And then I am so grateful for Karen.
Oh, my goodness.
Cousin Karen.
Diana's cousin Karen went with us to the Holly Market.
Oh.
And my goodness, she was such a big help. Thank you so much, Karen. We know you're watching. And
She
we appreciate
packed
everything you did.
Each and every piece of pottery that went home with people. And I mean, she double bagged. She made sure everything was going to arrive safe and sound.
And look, it was so busy, literally, that we felt like Starbucks baristas because she had to put people's names on their bags
Yes.
as she was bagging them because we were dumping so many things on her at once. And she did an amazing job.
I don't think you and I could have really handled the number of people without people having to wait
Holly
longer.
Market is a 3-person job.
Yes.
We know that for sure.
Yes. And of course, all the times that she comes and glazes and helps out.
Well, yeah, the
and
help with the
just-
actual pieces. And some of the pieces that both she and Doug turned out fabulous.
Yes.
They turned out so
Yes.
beautiful.
And so very thankful for both of them.
Yep.
And I am also thankful to 1,244 subscribers.
Yeah, we were amazed. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate that.
It is just mind-boggling to me that many people want to watch and follow our little journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope it does make a difference for you or gives you some entertainment.
Because here's the thing, it makes a difference for us.
Yes.
Big time.
Yes, it really does. And The other thing that is just really means the world to me is the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to thank a few people in particular who have left comments for us. And I'm going to start with Lainey, because Lainey, I don't know if you realize this or not, and this is Lainey from Lainey's Crafting Creations. You have left us 206 comments.
Yay.
You have been with us through our journey.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm not good at reading and responding to comments. Not only am I not good at it, I suck at it. I'm really bad at it. Diana's not.
And I generally do. Now, I will say, in all honesty, from the kiln opening, I haven't responded. I have read them, but I haven't responded yet because I was still decompressing, but I will respond.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
Thank you, Lainey. We really do
Yes.
appreciate that.
And then Connie from Canada, who has left us 57 little hearts with the Canadian flag.
Right.
Because she just wants us to know that
Did
she's
she watch
watching.
it? So thank you very much, Connie.
Yes.
Yep.
Linda from Lindy Lou.
Look, you make
Pottery.
my day. When Diana puts one of your videos on, Linda, I just brightens up the whole house.
Yes.
We love watching your videos.
Yeah.
And also, we thank you very much for commenting
Yes.
and following along with our journey.
Yes.
We appreciate it. We really
52
do.
of those comments.
Fantastic.
It means the world to me. And one other person that I'm going to name now, because I only went with the above 50, and there are so many other people that I really need to get to.
Right, we can't name everybody. It's
Right.
too many.
But Audrey from Audrey Lynn Studios, you have left us 52 comments also.
Thank you.
And not only has she left us comments before, but she's emailed. We've emailed back and forth. And it amazes me that we can have friends all over the world.
Friends in Mud.
Yep, there we go, mud friends.
Yeah, Mud Friends. That's our new name for our pottery friends.
Yeah.
Mud Friends.
So, but your comments really keep us going. And I don't feel like the video's really out there until I see those names.
Right.
I'm like,
Then we're like, okay, it's gained a little bit of
and
traction.
like, if I haven't seen Lainey's comment, I start worrying, is Lainey okay? Because I know
Right.
to expect that.
Yep.
So
We appreciate you guys, and for all of those who are watching that we didn't name, time is a little short, but we appreciate each and every one of you.
Yes.
We really, really do.
And there are so many of you, and I try my best to go to other people's channels and leave comments. I will tell you though, I don't leave the comment as walkie pots.
It's if you see a comment by Diana Cayo, that's
That's me.
That's Diana.
Me. I'm on my personal one when I'm watching.
And if you see a comment by Shane Cayo, just understand how lucky you are, because I never do that. I almost never do. I'm really bad at that. I really am.
You're too busy playing your game.
I might be too busy playing my video games. Maybe.
But that's okay. I tell him about everybody's
Yes, that's
comments.
right. Yep.
So you live through those.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Well, let's go ahead and very briefly talk about what we are doing this month of December.
We're not taking the month off.
No, we are not. But we are doing something that we have never done before.
Now you got me wondering, what are we doing? Are we working through December? What?
Well, of course we're working through December, but we are going to make
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
our own dinnerware set for us in the house.
Imagine that.
To use that doesn't have cracks and handles.
Imagine that. We're going to be
cracks in the
actually
bottom.
using our own pottery that is not seconds or rejects or whatever. So we're purpose building our own dinnerware set. I think it's more than time we did that. Complete set of 6 bowls, plates, mugs. Serving bowls. Gravy bowl. I'm looking forward to that. And it's all going to be matchy-matchy, and we're looking
Sugar
very much
and
forward to it.
creamer.
Yeah.
As many pieces as we can possibly make for ourselves. But you know what?
Specifically for ourselves, not like we're going to make this for the market and then use it if it doesn't sell.
No.
We're making this specifically for us, so we're going to put a lot of thought into our glaze. And stuff.
What are we going to glaze it? Oh my gosh.
We don't want to do something super popular on the table like Starry Shore. We want something that's going to be ours for us.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's going to be hard to narrow down.
But
what
we can do
we
it.
Want?
We can do it.
And like also, do we want something that has texture in the pieces,
And
or do we want just glaze combos.
Lots of things. The other thing to think is we might
choices.
want the pieces to be uniform, but each one to be glazed individually different. I mean, that's a thought too. I mean, as long as they all go together.
Yes.
We have lots of thinking to do. But the point is, very soon we're going to start planning out and building our own dinnerware set.
And we'll share all of that with you guys too.
Yep, we will definitely share. Yep.
It'll be fun. I can see it now. It'll be like you all can come on over and have some dinner with us.
Right, sure. We'll just invite everybody over. Yep. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Because we got to get ready to wrap this up.
No, I think that's it. Although I could spend the rest of the day chatting.
But if we do that, then we can't make lots of pottery, and that's really what we want to do too.
I'm stalling.
Right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you have not yet, hit that like and subscribe button. Please do that. Also, do hit that bell icon to be notified of new content, because we are going to be having some instructional videos and other things coming out, especially now that we have our fancy schmancy microphones that seem to be working okay.
I know, it seems so cool.
Seem to be working. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right, guys. Toodaloo, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Take care. See you later. Have a fantastic day no matter where you're at. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.